Hello, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel Tanya Isha. And in this video, we're gonna talk about a very famous historical novel, and it's a kind of Indian mythology. The book is none other than The Palace of Illusion by Chitra Banerjee Devakaruni. Okay, now when I talk about this novel, one thing you need to know is that this is retelling of Mahabharata, but from Draupadi's point of view. Like we always have seen any historical thing happening and all the male character is there. I'm not saying that females are not given enough credits, but everything we see is always from how Krishna is telling it or how Pandavas have seen it, unke साथ क्या हुआ. But we never have thought that how everything would have looked if a female is retelling it. And this book is a perfect example of how beautifully women has insight in any situation that is happening and what is going inside her head, how she is interpreting everything. Of course you're gonna get an insight into all of those things happening from Draupadi's birth till her death. All every major thing that has happened is given in this book from her point of view. So without any further delay, let's start the video. Okay. No, I have told, like, we all know what Mahabharata is about. Okay, so it's not that something different has been written here. Every major details that has happened during Mahabharata, like what has caused to that infamous war that has happened, what are the factors that has influenced it, how everyone has played their role, everything is given in this book. And there are some things that I really loved about this book. The first thing is how beautifully Chitra Banerjee has condensed this long story into just 300 something pages, like less than 400 pages. She has concised that whole Mahabharata. I'm not, it's not really something, so it's not a small thing, yeah. Like Mahabharata is such a huge story. Like so many things has happened, so many people have participated in that thing, and if you're able to jot it down to such concise book, I salute you. Okay, so this is one of the thing that I really liked about this book. Second thing is that I loved the creative freedom that she has used. Like here and there, she has used some of something has happened, like she is given insight into something that has happened, but I don't really feel that that has actually happened. Like I think she has put her creativity into it. For example, when Kunti ordered her that like when Panchali has married and she said that you have to marry all my sons, but she has given, like in the very end, when we get to the ending, we get an insight from Draupadi's perspective, that Draupadi think that Kunti has done like ordered that thing because she want all the five brothers to be bonded together, like not to be get distracted by a single woman. That's why Kunti has, like, she has foreseen this thing that there might be a day come when they'll fight among themselves just because of a woman. So in order to prevent that fight, she has ordered ki you have to share this woman. So this was, I think this was her using creative freedom. The third thing that I liked about this book is how simply it is written. By saying that it is simply written, it's not that it has the story is aise bata degi, it's not like that. The story is descriptive, yet everything that has been explained in the book, every descriptive thing is being told, like ये तुम्हें बताया गया, but it's so simply said to you that you are getting everything. Even all the heavy words or all the word that has so much weight in it has been told to you very simply, so you understand what Krishna is saying, or all her, or his warnings, what is happening, how someone has said something that has broken someone's heart. So this has been beautifully told to you. So that was the third beautiful thing about this book. The fourth is that no one is actually a hero and a villain in this book. Even the best people in this book, like who we consider gods, or Pandav, Arjun, all have their shortcomings, and it's not that Chitra Banerjee has only portrayed a good side of certain someone. She has equally put the good side and the bad side of all people. Okay, to give you example, when we are talking about even let's say Arjun. Okay, so we think that Arjun was so good, उसको सब चीज़ मिलना चाहिए, but I think there was a part जब वो लड़ाई चल रहा होता है and Karna was निहस्त्र, उसका रथ का जब जो पहिया होता है वो धरती में समा जाता है. So at that time Krishna said to Arjun that Krishna convinces Arjun that this is the perfect time जब तुम्हें कर्ण को मारना चाहिए. So it's अगर अर्जुन इतना ही अच्छा होता, I'm not really having comment कि वो खराब था or something, but I'm just saying that it was also his फॉल्ट कि उस टाइम उसने लाइक ये जब रूल था कि निहत्थे पे वार नहीं करना है, बट एट दैट टाइम ही हैज़ पॉइंटेड हिज एरो एंड किल्ड करना एट दैट टाइम. ओके, सो अनदर एग्जांपल इज दैट कर्ण का इतना बड़ा ही होता है दैट वाज सो दानवीर एंड ऑल, बट स्टिल ही हैज़ किल्ड अभिमन्यु. ओके, सो इट्स दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग कि हर कैरेक्टर का एक अच्छा और बुरा साइड होता है, and Chitra Banerjee has beautifully portrayed both sides. She has not said that okay this is Mahasant or इन्होंने like he is a good person and he was a bad person. ऐसा नहीं है, like she has portrayed both sides for you. It was you to decide तुम्हारे हिसाब से कौन सही है कौन नहीं है. Okay, she has just stated stories, both stories. Okay, even the good one and the bad one. It is just for you to decide. Okay, so that was another thing that I really loved about the book. Okay, the fourth thing I think I have lost the counting. So the next thing that I like about like there are various like I have watched the serial जो पहले महाभारत आता था वो देखा था, बट मैं बहुत बचपन में देखी थी तो मुझे उतना ध्यान नहीं था दैट देयर वॉज दिस ब्यूटिफुल बॉन्ड बिटवीन लाइक दैट फ्रेंडशिप बॉन्ड बिटवीन कृष्णा एंड द्रौपदी. तो कृष्णा उनको कृष्णा कहते थे. तो आई हैव नेवर सीन दैट और आई हैव नॉट नोटिस्ड दैट कि वो उनके वो दोस्ती थी. ओके, दैट फ्रेंडशिप इज ब्यूटिफुली like you'll see beautifully how beautiful their friendship were and how Krishna was always there. It was not just कि केवल चीरहरण के time Krishna has helped Draupadi. He has been always there for her, even during her hard times, even when she was in forest or even after her birth. Like he was always there for her. So I love that friendship, yaar. I really cherished it. Or even Draupadi friendship with his brother, like the very first moment when she come in this world, Dhari was the one to save her, to hold her hand while she was falling. Okay, so the beautiful relation of brother and sister is here. I loved it. Or even how her relation with each and individual Pandavas was. I loved that. It was not like initially I used to thought that Arjun was the one she loved the most, but look, I have very much. मैं बोली थी ना, I watched Mahabharata a very long time ago when I was a child, so I do not have much memory of it. But after reading this book, I love that. I have seen everything from a different perspective, and many things were shocking. Okay, like how Bhim actually love Draupadi. I was so shocked. I used to thought that Arjun was the one that like who loved Draupadi the most, but in this book, according to this book, Bhim was the one who cherished her very much. Like he was always like कि मैं तुम्हारे लिए कर दूंगा, तुम्हारे लिए कर दूंगा, उसको खुश करने के लिए he can do anything of any length. Okay, so this was something that I really loved about the book. Or the most heart wrenching thing about the book is how the war, like each day how the day was passing, वो कैसे conclude हुआ और सबकी death किस तरह हुई. The death of Abhimanyu, like how he died, was the most crucial for me. Like I was moved when I read that thing. Okay, and that was the one time that I felt that I was so emotional about it, but it's fine. Like everything in this book is written very beautifully. The another thing that I liked about the book is that like we always see that we always used to think, like I personally used to think that Draupadi was always filled with vengeance. She always want to revenge herself, but this book has shown all the different side of her. Like as a child she always wanted to get that love from her father, like she craved that thing. After marriage she wanted to get the same attention and love from her husband. Like when she used to see Arjun and Subhadra, like like the amount of love Arjun had for Subhadra and the care he has for her. Like she wanted the same thing. Even throughout the book, there are instances where she said, "Oh, I am getting jealous of that care that he is giving her." Like she wanted that specific love and care from her husbands too. Later she wanted like his brother. Like she didn't get time to spend, like she didn't get enough time to spend to form a beautiful mother and son bond from her sons. Like as she was punished to get into the forest to spend 12 years in the forest, she has left all her sons to Subhadra to take care, and just because of this, she didn't have that time to form a beautiful bond with her sons. So that was the one. Like she lacks so many things, she craves so many things, and of course, vengeance and revenge was the one thing that she was known for. She was feisty throughout. This book. So I love this book for this thing also, that has shown different side of her. Like as a female, she was really fierce warrior. She stood for herself. She is the epitome of she is a perfect example that is craving that women need self care and they need respect. So I love this book for that. Now talking about some things that I didn't like in this book, the one definitely has to be Karn and Draupadi's love triangle. Not triangle, like love story. The love, I don't know what to say. Like even like, look, if there was something like, okay, she has a crush on her, it would be okay. But the way it has been told in this whole book, from the starting to the end, even after she was married, she keep thinking कि करना होता तो मुझे ऐसे ट्रीट नहीं करता. और later in जब वहाँ पे उसको ड्रेस अप होना था, and she's like, what should I dress up, like how should I dress up to get his attention. Like these were the thing I think was either exaggerated or was very cringy. Like this should not have happened. Like she has a certain respect and a certain image in front of us, and the way that love, like I don't know, the crush of her was portrayed, it was very, I don't like it. Or like the first thing that she didn't even knew him. Like she just has seen him, or like the portrait of him, and she has seen his eyes, and she think that it is very sad. So at that time she, I don't know if she had empathy for him, and later that developed into, like she keep thinking about him, and when she has seen him in Swamvar, she disrespected him. So that mystery around Karna or something about him has intrigued her, and she keep thinking, like she has made an image of Karna into her head, and she keep thinking how she will look with that image in her real life. So she didn't know how Karna was in actual life. She always was intrigued कि वो क्या करता होगा अभी इस टाइम पे, वॉर में है, वो नहीं पार्टिसिपेट कर रहा है, तो what is he doing. So her thought was always revolving around him, which is one thing that I didn't like in this book. The second would be I don't think that there is many bad things. मतलब there is not much bad thing in this book. This was just the only thing that I didn't like. Other thing was good. Yeah, the other thing would be Kunti's and Draupadi relationship. That they, after certain point, they were like कि who is gonna control Pandav. It's like the Saas Bahu serial that we are watching. कि पांडव को कौन कंट्रोल करेगा. इधर शी इज द वन हु थिंकिंग कि अरे दिस इज माय पैलेस, सो कुंती डिडंट हैव अ से इन दिस, आई एम गोना रूल दिस थिंग, आई एम गोना रूल दिस पैलेस, आई एम गोना रूल Pandav's decision about something. So this angle I didn't like it very much. Otherwise, apart from these two things, the book was beautifully written. Even if there's something happening, so what should have happened in the background, you are also going to know these things. So overall, this book was a very good experience. And if you are someone who loves mythology, or even if like you are a beginner and you want to explore how mythology looks like, this is really a perfect this book is going to be a very perfect book for you. So I'm gonna give this book 4.5 out of 5 star. I love this book, I enjoyed it. It is very well written and it is simply written. So I hope that you will gonna too love this book. So I'll see you in the next one, and if you like this video, please consider to like, share, comment and subscribe. So see you in the next one.